Whoops. All right. Now back to what we were talking about. So the Denver Nuggets versus the LA Lakers. This was, I would say, if you're a Lakers fan, you're a little bit heartbroken because at many points in this game, your defense was astounding. I mean, they were able to kind of shut down Jokic a little bit more than I would say they did in the past. You know, they kind of let Eric Gordon make some playmaking decisions. And that kind of led to some, I would say, some bad turnovers and really some bad possessions on their part. But at the end of the day, the shooting is really what won, I would say, the Nuggets the game. We can talk about LeBron James missing both of his layups. We can talk about, LeBron James and Anthony Davis not playing the best of games. But you could really see on Anthony Davis' face from the get-go, from the jump, he was just tired from the game previously, right? He put up 40-plus points in a game. He looked exhausted after the game. And, when you put an exerted effort like he did in that game, again, not trying to give excuses for the LA Lakers, but I could tell it was not going to be an Anthony Davis game as soon as he gave out all that effort in game one. I think that they probably he should have put his effort into this game just because, Jokic was going off in the other one, but you can't control that, right? You have to go as hard as you can to win these games because any game you can win, right? Any game is not guaranteed, but you're trying to guarantee yourself the more points, the more chances, and many things like that. And so for me, what it came down to first and foremost, to me, the Denver Nuggets playmaking and shooting was definitely the biggest part. I mean, if we look at the 3-point percentage, it was definitely the biggest factor. 14 threes compared to 8 threes. That's going to win you any ball game. And really, to me, what it came down to was Jamal Murray really playmaking and shot creating. This, to me, was the Jamal Murray game, as you can tell by the title of this video. Again, we can blame LeBron James. You can blame Anthony Davis. But to me, that's more of a first take, undisputed type of effort. And really, to me, that type of, I would say, narrative that the media, especially the media that doesn't really know the game as well, is going to want to go with. Because clearly, you could see there that, 4 points, only lose by 1. I mean, there's obviously many opportunities. You could say that about any opportunity or really any game situation. So to me, it's not so much more that the Denver Nuggets, or sorry, I should say the LA Lakers lost this game. To me, this was more of the Denver Nuggets kind of willing this game into their hands. Like I said, this was not Jokic's best game by a mile, right? 23 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists. The stats may say that, but look at the numbers that he was shooting. He shot 21 times, only made 9 of his shots, didn't make any 3-point shots. But this was the Jamal Murray game. Like, Jamal Murray was incredible and sensational in this game. And to me, that's kind of what led the spark for guys like Caldwell Pope to hit his threes. And Jamal Murray obviously hitting his 6 threes, and Michael Porter Jr. hitting a couple of big threes in that game. That, to me, is the bigger story than anything. It's just the 3-point shooting from the Denver Nuggets was really good. And just like I was saying before my stream lagged earlier, this, to me, looking at the Los Angeles Lakers, I felt that, and Joe Mazzulla gets a lot of flack from me, I would say, in the same vein, is that they do a lot of, I feel like they're just in the moment type of guys, and I can get that way too. So I don't want to be a coach or an analyst of the game, as a poor man analyst that I am. But more so, I don't want to be a type of guy that's just like Monday morning quarterback. I sit on my couch, I sit behind the scenes and be like, yeah, do this, this, and this, or the script was written. Like, we can go on and on about all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I do feel like, and I do this at times too, so I don't want to, like I said, don't want to like cast stones at a glass house. It is hard when you are kind of a coach that gets so invested into the game, as a coach that says, I kind of want to see how my players play this out. But really, to me, what the biggest X factor was that Austin Reeves was a guy that sat out a long time. D'Angelo Russell, again, did not give you the productive minutes that you're looking for. Lonnie Walker didn't give you anything in this game as well. Dennis Schroeder gave you 2 for 9. Like, these guys, I don't think have been in this game situation. The only guy that has stepped up and the guy that has played the minutes and deserves maybe a little bit more minutes, but played 30 tonight, was Rui Hachimura. 8 for 10 from the floor, 1 for 2. He was the reason why the Lakers got off to a really hot start, especially kind of going into the second and even third quarter. Like, this was the Rui Hachimura game. Like, if you were going to get any points from your role player, this was the Rui Hachimura game. Just like the Lonnie Walker game was against the Golden State Warriors, it was the same thing that happened here. Um, and because at the end of the day, like I said, Anthony Davis was tired. LeBron James did not play his best game, and we can all admit that it was not his best game. Too many turnovers. But to the Denver Nuggets' credit, they have done a great job at kind of, I would say, compressing or circling in the lane and not allowing, I would say, him to have any driving lanes until that fourth quarter where he was just like going down and finishing left and right. Obviously missed two of them. But at the end of the day, to me, like I said, it didn't come down to that stuff. It just came down to them not making the threes that they needed to. We look at guys like Dennis Schroeder, Lonnie Walker, and really Rui Hachimura. Like Rui Hachimura should be getting off more than just 2 3-point shots in a game. Like that one 3-point shot that he made should not have been the one that he should have been shooting a lot more. I know that, they know that he's a 3-point shooter. They're going to run out to him. He's going to go by, hit his mid-range jump shot. Obviously 8 for 10. Great percentage, great field goal percentage. But man, it is tough to say that he should have been, that Rui Hachimura should not have played more minutes. Like this guy should be playing a hell of a lot more. Like I said in my last stream, this to me was a game where they needed to go bigger, and it did work for a little bit, right? We look at the quarters that they won, it worked. But at the end of the day, this game was going to come down to who was going to make the 3-point shots. And unfortunately for the LA Lakers, it was the Denver Nuggets tonight. And Jamal Murray just hit insane, incredible shots over guys like Anthony Davis, who are defensive player of the year candidates in most years. And, to me, Anthony Davis did not look aggressive tonight. Like I said, I think he's tired. Had a 40-point game the previous night. He's, and I'm not going to blame him for the loss either. I do think what it comes down to is not realizing the flow of the game. And, I think Ham deserves a little bit of the criticism here, but we can also blame, I guess we could say it's a little bit of the blame on both Anthony Davis and LeBron James because they did not come out, I would say, aggressive other than LeBron James, who was hunting his shots. LeBron James has definitely improved his 3-point shot, but he just missed tonight. And that's just reality, guys. Like I hate to break it to the ESPNs and the Fox Sports Undisputed First Take. He's human. He's going to miss shots, and that's okay. Like those are the shots that you want him to take. They're wide open. If he doesn't take them, you're criticizing him for not taking them. If he does take them and misses, oh, he didn't make enough shots. I mean, you can't win with this media. It seems like there's always some sort of form of criticism. Like I said, the only criticism I could probably make of really, I would say Anthony Davis was just the fact that he just needs to be able to recover faster to at least give you 20 points, 26 to 25 points in a game, and they win this game easily. I think Vanderbilt didn't really give you much tonight, 1 for 2. But to me, like D'Angelo Russell, I know he took 8 shots, but it just felt like an inefficient 8 shots because I think if we look at the numbers, the Lakers are always winning the free throw battle. They're not the best 3-point shooting team, so they have to win another battle another way, and that's the free throw shooting. And they won that clearly by having 26 compared to 18. And I don't want to hear anything about ref scripting or anything like that. That's not what happened here. The Lakers are just more aggressive at driving to the hole, and that's fine. You're also going to get more superstar calls. That's just the way the NBA is. I'm sorry that's a reality for everybody. That's just the way it is. Descu, you said, do you think the Lakers can still win this? I think they can still win this. Again, the Denver Nuggets love playing at home. I think they're more of a home team warrior than I would say an away team. And so I kind of want to see how the Denver Nuggets play on the road. Because if I look at the stats on, let me look on my app that I am not allowed to show you guys because I will get in really big trouble if I do. And I think people can know what it is just because I'm borrowing a account. Let's see here. For the Denver Nuggets, they are, let's see, away. Like, if we think about the home and away record, Descu, the Denver Nuggets are 43-8 at home and 23-26 away on the road. They are an ultimate home team. So I don't think that it's out of the realm of possibility for the Lakers to win their next 2 games. I think it is possible. And I think Darvin Ham is going to make the adjustments necessary, but you would hope that the in-game adjustments happen just a little bit quicker, because at the end of the day, these games, you don't have a day to think. You don't have a couple days to think, even though technically you do between game to game. But games like this should have been won tonight by the LA Lakers. And, like I said, I think a lot of it, or at least a part of it, has to be put on Darvin Ham just for not playing guys like I would say Austin Reeves and playing a little bit too many minutes for D'Angelo Russell and not letting Rui Hachimura cook and letting him be out there. Dennis Schroeder defensively gave you a lot of stuff, but offensively has not been giving it to you for a very long time. It's frustrating, I would say, if you're a Lakers fan, because like I said, this should have been a game where you won. But just like I said with Joe Mazzulla, it's the same thing I'm going to say with Darvin Ham. They just get too invested in the game. They watch the game too much. And really, it just kind of goes down to like they kind of get frazzled a little bit. And that's just like anybody that's put in a high pressure situation. So again, I don't want to make this seem like I'm critiquing them or criticizing both these coaches. These coaches are amazing. I think their ways of teaching the game is phenomenal. To me, what it really boils down to is who's watching the games and who's managing the games. And sometimes these coaches, and like I said, I'm guilty of this too as a coach. Like I've done this before in my fair share of high school games and AAU games that I coach. Like I can be too invested into the game emotionally, meaning that I'm not really strategizing. I'm not really coming with strategic moves. I'm just kind of like going with the flow of it and really like following the game. Kind of, I would say, a little bit kind of bad in terms of just being a fan at times. And that's kind of a bad way to coach. It's something that I'm working on myself, kind of what I've reflected as a coach, looking into my coach. And I don't want to make this about me because I'm nowhere near the coaches that these two guys are. But it is something that I recognize as a coach, and it's something that I think a lot of us coaches maybe don't realize, especially kind of coaches that are new to this game or coaches that are starting to kind of work out the kinks and the details of like the wrinkles and things like that happen in the game. Like you have to be on your A game. You have to be paying attention, because if you get too much invested, you get too much into the flow of the game, that's what can lead you into trouble. And I think that's what happened tonight for the LA Lakers. Again, I felt like Austin Reeves played tremendously. He got 22 points. And let me just kind of see if we could get. Let me see if I can go with Laker players and look at Austin Reeves. Where's Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves here. And let's go with the fourth quarter, because again, 3 shots in the fourth quarter, made all 3 of them. But really, I think it was the third quarter where he sat a lot of the game. And I think that's an issue for a guy that I think has been playing very well and played well tonight. Like I said in my last video, hopefully it refocuses on me. Hopefully, come on, whoops. See if it focuses back on me. Okay, there we go. So, like I said, Austin Reeves is a talented player. I think he's a player that definitely needs to be involved in a lot of the action that's going on in the NBA, especially not the NBA, for the LA Lakers. You can tell it's late for me. But he should be involved in a lot of the actions. And I just felt like he didn't get involved the way that I think as a coach or as a fan, and probably as a Lakers fan, you want him to be more involved. Like he was cooking during the second and third quarter. Like maybe not the second quarter, but like I think the first quarter he was moving the ball a lot. He was doing a lot of different things. If we look at the stat line for him, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Like he was out there moving the ball, doing a lot of different things. And obviously, I think for Reeves, it's more of an adjustment period for him to like get to the fourth quarter and do a lot of good things. And he did a lot of great things. But man, like Darvin Ham has got to play him when he's not, sitting on the bench. I mean, to only get 2 shots in that third quarter, even though he made both of them, it's not good for the LA Lakers. I think he's the second to third most players that should be taking a lot of shots. Like to me, Anthony Davis only taking 15 shots is probably going to lead to a loss. Like you need Anthony Davis to shoot at least 20 times a game. LeBron James, kind of in that similar category, maybe not as much in his later stage of his career, just because I think he's like, look at the numbers, an assist guy. Like he's moving the ball because guys are so worried about him driving, they're going to collapse. He kicks it out to the guys. And again, this game just really came down to, like I said, the Lakers not making a lot of 3-point shots, and really whoever was going to make the most 3-pointer shots tonight was going to win the game. Because again, the Lakers are not the best 3-point shooting team. But they are the team that gets to the free throw line the most, I believe, in the NBA. If not, I think they're like top 5. And so Yeah, I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow if you're a Lakers fan, and it's you're kind of sighing a relief if you're a Denver Nuggets fan because, like I said, that game could have went either way. And I think Jamal Murray pushed the momentum more forward towards uh, the Denver Nuggets winning that game. And so, like I said, I'm going to give more credit to the Denver Nuggets, and I would say Jamal Murray more than anything else. And so, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I know Desku, you're still in here. Oman Balo, I know you're talking in here as well. Saying that LeBron James threw the game. Again, missed 2 shots. That's gonna happen. Not blaming him, but at the end of the day, this is a team effort game. Anthony Davis didn't pull his weight. Vanderbilt didn't pull his weight. And I would say Lonnie Walker didn't pull his weight either. Like if we're gonna be, and Darvin Ham did not pull his weight either. Like this is just kind of one of those things. But like I said, was more of a Denver Nuggets game than anything else. I mean, like I said, Jamal Murray hit those shots. Like let's see if we can go play by play and look at the shots for Jamal Murray. Especially in that we can go that third quarter. I would say more of that fourth quarter. Like look how many threes he made in the fourth quarter just to keep them in this game. 1, 2, like he made his 4 threes. Like he made 6 total tonight, had 4 of them in the fourth quarter. Like that's going to win you games. And I think a lot of us were wondering, like, are we going to get that bubble Murray that we got 2-3 years ago? It kind of feels like forever since the bubble, but he's been playing tremendously well. And this was a game also that if you guys didn't notice, they let Aaron Gordon try to do a little bit of, be a playmaker, let him make some plays, but he turned down those opportunities and kind of gave it to the next guy. Again, like I said, this was not a Jokic game whatsoever. I think Jokic did not play particularly well. 9 for 21, 17 rebounds, 12 assists, but like I said, did not, I would say, affect the play as much as I think he once did, especially comparing it to last game. And this was more of the Jamal Murray game. Played a hell of a game. Bruce Brown again is showing you some valuable minutes. Like to me, what's crazy is that this is not the same Bruce Brown that was on the New York Knicks, or sorry, on the Brooklyn Nets. Excuse me. It's crazy to think that from the Bruce Brown that was like clanking threes, the Celtics letting him shoot all those threes, missing them all, to a guy that hit 2 for 4 from 3-point land, 5'11" shooting. This guy's gonna get paid a good amount of money. And so to me, the Denver Nuggets play a very short rotation compared to the Lakers. They go 4-man deep, I think, and I guess they go 4-man deep as well, but they don't give a lot. I mean, Tristan Thompson got no minutes tonight, but everyone else kind of got 13, 30, and 30. Meanwhile, over here, Jeff Green got 15, Bruce Brown got 37, Jackson got 3, and Braun, who usually gets a couple minutes here and there, did not get as much as I would say that a lot of people would envision. Excuse me. And so at the end of the day, kudos to the Denver Nuggets. They won the game. Jamal Murray, hell of a game. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought about the LA Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets game. If you're a Lakers fan, is there still time? Do you guys believe that you can still win? Or do you think it's over? And Nuggets fans, let me know if you guys think that you're going to your first NBA Finals, or if you are, of course, maybe choking this one away. But a 2-0 lead, that's a tough one to I would say choke away. But at the end of the day, the Lakers should win these 2 should win these 2 home games. It'll be a lot of fun. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the LA Lakers and the Denver Nuggets.